This podcast is brought to you by SeatGeek. Our friends over at SeatGeek are giving us a promo code of TBA Wrestling. That is TBA Wrestling for $20 off your first purchase. Enjoy the show.
Welcome to Gunners Are Us, where we are positively Arsenal.
And that we are.
Are we though?
Well, you say that every week now, so I don't know.
It's been a while. It's been a few weeks now that I haven't made that conversation really.
I feel like we can be.
We can be. You're right.
But it's been a rough week.
It's been weird.
I'll say that.
Tumultuous.
And it could get worse tonight because I think as much as the weekend was probably the end of the title race, tonight is the official end because if Liverpool beat Newcastle at home and we lose to Forest, I would say that there is definitely no coming back. I think there's no coming back anyway.
Yeah.
But I think there's definitely no chance.
But
that would extend it to 14 points.
Yeah.
But we'd have a game in hand.
Yeah.
But that even with the game in hand, it's 11. So they'd have to lose 4 between now and the end of the season, and they've lost 1 all season.
That's not.
They're not going to lose 4 games in 10.
So technically, tonight might be the end of the title race. I mean, we're close anyway. I mean, we can kind of come to terms with that. But is it the start of the race for second?
Yeah.
Is that what we're doing now? Because a few teams around us have dropped some points, and we could secure second. I feel at some point soon.
So second might be fully secured. I'll say this, Kai in the chat, I appreciate you. He says, "Sorry guys, just want to let you know it's quite echoey."
I'll tell you what, we're going to explain that. We're actually coming live from Tottenham's trophy room.
Very good, very good. We're renovating the studio, so we're in the old studio, but there's no items in here except for us and this table.
It's empty.
So we are echoing very badly. So on the podcast on iTunes and Spotify, I'm going to try and throw on a noise gate.
Yeah.
To help it on your ears, but I do apologise.
It's not a technical issue. It's a room we're in issue.
You'll probably notice it more when Joe's talking.
Oh yeah, I slept in it last night, right there.
Because he's shouting. But no, Joe slept in this room on a mattress. Some foam. But that was Kai over on TikTok. We're Gunners Are Us podcast on TikTok every single Wednesday. We are on for live. 10 a.m. GMT. We will not be on next week. We have a week off next week.
Ooh.
We'll be in the air next week at this time. We'll be on our way to Florida on Joe's stag.
Woo.
So we won't be doing a live, but there'll be a podcast on the feed. So if you listen to us on iTunes and Spotify, nothing's going to change. You might just get a podcast slightly earlier.
Yeah.
But the TikTok live will be back in 2 weeks on the Wednesday, 10 a.m. GMT. Thank you so much, Kai, for that. We should have a good trip. We need that kind of holiday spirit to get back into our heart and soul from what has happened with Arsenal in the last couple of weeks.
Yes.
I'm going to really try and spin this.
Do it, please. Please. I tell you what, that's what we listen to Arsenal podcast for, really, is to spin it.
Well, again, if you guys have been in the TikTok and if you've listened to it on iTunes Spotify, I've been saying for about 6 or 7 weeks, I just want to keep winning to get ahead of when we collapse. Not because we're Arsenal we collapse. We don't have the players to sustain anything.
It's madness that we're even where we are.
And I know this was coming, and I never thought we were in a title race because I don't think you can challenge a uninjury hit team who also have the best player in the world currently.
Yeah.
Like we did last year with Haaland. They've got Salah. And last year we didn't have injuries and we still struggled.
Yeah.
We've got Zinchenko playing at number 9 and we're chasing down the best player in the world who already have a 9-point lead.
Yeah.
I knew it wasn't really possible, but you kind of want to enjoy the process.
Yeah.
I'm just really worried of losing 3 in a row. And if you lose 3 in a row, and in those games off Forest, there's Newcastle, there's teams like that. Chelsea won last night, jumped back into top 4. Man City.
All teams that are knocking on the door, you know?
Yeah. Before you know it, we go from 2nd to 4th, and then we're 3 points off of 9th and stuff like that. And you go, oh, we have to win. And when you have to win with Zinchenko at 9, it's different to when we're rolling. Like, for example, as of tonight, we could beat Forest. City could lose to Spurs. Liverpool could win. We would be 11 points behind the top, but we'd be 11 points clear of the next group. I think it's like 9, but either way, it's like we'd be in this kind of no man's land of second. But I'm happy to be there.
That's a win.
Because then, if we can keep picking up wins and draws and all that kind of stuff, it just guarantees no one's going to kind of pip us for second.
Yeah.
Because I did see a graphic of who's going to get top 4, and we weren't in the top 4 thing. And then the title race was continuing. Like, the title race is done, but the top 4 battle's going, but we're not in either of them.
Weird.
But I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Because I'd rather that than. Can you imagine the stress right now if we were 5th?
Oh,
And we had to win out.
I'd much rather sit pretty at second.
That's what I mean. So that's what I'm trying to get ahead of. Kai has just said there, it's the board's Arteta's negligence. Yeah, he mentioned this before the podcast. We do need to get that.
Sorry, no, carry on.
I know I was going to say, it is that 100%.
Yeah.
Because 2 years ago, we got in a title race that we didn't expect. And we failed because Saliba and a couple others got injured, and we didn't have the backup. Our backup was Holding and Kiwior at centre-back for the last 10 games. I don't think that's anyone's fault, because I don't think anyone foresee the title chase.
Yeah.
Or us being extended lead. Obviously, in that January, we could have gone and... I think we went and got Trossard that year.
Yeah.
To try and bolster the attack. So they did do stuff, and they were trying to buy Mudryk for 100 million. So at that point, they didn't expect to be in a title race. They now were, and then they were trying to bolster it. But it was the defence that actually let us down because there was injuries. But I think we all agreed, we weren't going to... we didn't buy right. Looked too long in the window. Yeah, we keep doing that as well in these windows. We're kind of waiting till the last moment for some reason.
Yeah, it's like panic buying.
Yeah, and it's almost... I think they've kind of alluded as well that they have their targets and then they lose their targets and then they panic.
Yeah.
But the issue has been 9 times out of 10 they don't actually panic. They just go, because we can't get our target, we're not having anyone.
Yeah.
And I think we've been proven right and wrong in the sense that I think at the weekend when Chelsea were 1-0 up and Villa came back and won 2-1 because of Rashford assisting Asensio twice.
Yeah.
People went, oh yeah, there was no talent on the loan market.
Yeah.
That could have improved us.
Yeah.
Because those are the kind of players that could have broken up West Ham at the end there. I agree, but look how well that did for them last night against Palace.
Yeah, it's not always the...
There's pros and cons, but again, adding an Asensio to our repertoire might have been nice.
Yeah.
And it definitely would have helped in this moment because we could have played more people in their right positions.
Yeah.
But it doesn't necessarily fix everything. But yeah, when you go back to that season, I don't think we had any issues. But then going into next year, we all went, we need a real good clinical centre forward. And they went and bought Havertz to our midfield, and we went, you know what, we've lost Xhaka. That makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, we do need to replace Xhaka, and we're going to do that with Havertz. We went and got Declan Rice. We kind of did a lot of things that we did kind of think, I think we all agree went, do you know what? We did need that, but we're still missing that forward. We got to the January and we said, we're missing that forward, and they didn't buy it. And then they went, but because we're going to wait till the summer. We waited till the summer, they bought nothing other than defenders.
Yeah.
And then right at the last second, they got Sterling on loan, and we all went, that's a panic.
Yeah.
Then they went, we thought, oh, in January they're going to have to improve. And then right before January, who goes down? Saka. Jesus goes down in January.
Yeah.
Havertz goes on shortly after, and so does Martinelli. But once Saka goes, we knew, even Arteta said at the start of the season, at the end of the transfer window, he said, we are light. And that was with Jesus, Havertz, Trossard, Sterling, Saka, Martinelli.
Yeah.
He said we were light then.
Yeah.
We then went and realised Sterling wasn't good enough. Saka got taken down. Jesus got taken down for a year.
Yeah.
And we were left with 3.
Yeah.
And the board went, I know you said you were light with the 6. I know you got the 3 now. We can't get you Nico Williams or Sesko, the ones you want. So, do you want us to buy anyone? And I don't think Arteta had any say in this. I think he probably said, get me a loan.
Yeah.
And they didn't get it done. And then 3 days later, we lose Havertz and Martinelli.
Yeah.
So we are left down to Trossard. Trossard is our only senior attacker left in the squad that is actually worth playing. Like, as in, Sterling, of course, is there, and I really feel bad for Sterling because I think he, of anyone, would agree he's not up to it.
Yeah.
And that's not his problem, you know. Well, it is his problem, but it's... You're not going to say no to getting paid and playing for a really good team, and really nice teammates.
I mean, I was excited by it when he first came. I'm waiting for you to spin this, because this is going in one direction so far.
So basically, the board and that have let us down.
Yeah.
I'd say 4 times running.
Yeah.
January, summer. I'd actually say summer, January.
Yeah.
And they keep saying keep the powder dry for the summer. So we're all naturally, I think in the chat we had someone ask if we've got 200 million to spend, who are the dream? And I said Isaac and Nico Williams.
Yeah.
Nico Williams, I don't think I've even watched him play enough. I think it's a buzzword.
Yeah.
Isaac is just unbelievable. I think we're going to end up with Nico Williams and Sesko. I do believe that.
Yeah.
And I do think that improves us. But the worry I have is Sterling goes back off of loan.
Yeah.
I think they sell Trossard.
Ooh, yeah.
And Jesus they're looking to sell by next January. And then all of a sudden I go, we're going from light to light again.
Yeah.
We're going to have, like, by the time we get to this time next year, I feel like we're going to have Sesko, Havertz as the forward options.
Yeah.
We're going to have Martinelli and Nico Williams, Saka and Nweri, which sounds great.
Yeah.
But 6 players wasn't enough this year.
No. I mean, not every season. You're not going to have that many injuries happen all the time. It has been a freakishly weird season for injuries and decisions, and it's just one of those seasons where nothing goes right.
So I just want to say, Yeti said, if we get Sesko, trust me, we're not winning anything.
Yeah.
Summer 23, Jan 24, Summer 24, Jan 25, did not capitalise. Yeah, I'd say it's 4 in a row that we all knew, and we could all say, every pundit said it, even Arteta's been saying it.
Yeah.
We need a centre forward.
Well, that's the thing. Season after season now, since we've been involved in this situation, we've been beaten up by one key player of each team. It's either Haaland or Salah.
Yeah.
The one thing Arsenal's lacked for as long as I can remember, since probably Thierry Henry, maybe a little bit of Van Persie, is having that one player that is going to cause a lot of problems for other teams. I mean, I know Arteta's thing is he likes to, bolster his team and, make it solid across the field, which I fully appreciate because it does do the trick. But it's having that one last player that you can rely on up top that is just going to have a clinical season like a Haaland or a Salah.
Yeah.
It's the one thing we've lacked for as long as I can remember as an Arsenal player. Without those players, we always bring in the likes of Willian, Sterling, in the past, Mkhitaryan. Like players like this, like players that...
Trossard even.
Trossard is one of those, but I was excited by Trossard.
I'm excited by a lot of them. I think in the chat, he just said 22 games, 10 goals. He's literally Havertz. This is for Sesko. We need a 20-plus goal scorer. The problem with goal scorers is they're an odd breed because obviously Haaland we all knew was one of the best players in the world and he continued to be that.
Yeah.
Salah wasn't that when they bought him.
No.
And he wasn't even what we're seeing this year, last year.
No.
This into his 30s Salah is just different level.
Banging.
But I was looking at, we put it up on our TikTok, but when you look at most chances created this season, or goal involvements,
Yeah.
Saka is 5th. He hasn't played for 3 months.
Yeah. Yeah.
And again, he's half the distance to Salah.
Yeah.
Salah's on like 50 plus goal involvements or something. Whereas Saka's on 22. But he's level with guys who have been playing the whole season.
Yeah.
And ahead of a lot of people. He's only one behind Isaac.
Yeah.
He hasn't played for 3 months. He was having the thing is, what's upsetting is I think if no one got injured, I think we were about to see the biggest Salah-Saka debate.
Oh, God, yeah.
Because Saka was involved in everything we did until we got injured. And then Salah's been involved. Like Liverpool now, because of this weekend, they've gone to 72% of their goals they've scored this year have involved Salah between assists and goal. So take him away, they lose everything.
Wow.
Whereas we've had to kind of find ways around Saka.
Yeah.
I think Saka is our Salah. I don't think anyone's Salah. I think Salah might be having the best season of his career right now, and I think he's one of the best Premier League players of all time. But Saka, I think, is on his way to being that type of player.
I don't know if it's a personality thing, but I don't know if it's just the way Arsenal set up. But even with Saka, like I love Saka over Haaland and Salah. I would never trade Saka for either of them. Is it Saka plays more like a big component in a strong team?
Yeah.
Whereas Haaland and Salah, they
are the team. I disagree a little bit with Salah because I think with Salah he has a similar vibe to Saka when you watch a game sometimes Liverpool. I go, you get to the 40 minutes and you go, Salah's playing. But then sometimes you can even get to the end of the game and go, Liverpool won 3-0 and you're like, Salah was nowhere to be seen. They're like, he got 2 assists and a goal. Like, when did that happen?
He just quietly did it.
Saka does that. Saka sometimes he's not setting the world alight, but at the end they go, what did he do? And they're like, he got 3 assists, 2 assists and a goal. And you're like, did he?
Yeah.
And I think him and Salah have that similar vibe. Whereas the centre forward's a weird one because I believe that in the Premier League, when you give someone at this level game time. So, for example, Beto's come in for Calvert-Lewin at Everton.
Yeah.
He's played 8 or 9 games in a row. He scored 7.
Yeah.
It's just, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's not great. When you watch him, he's not a great player. But you give him a load of starts, he will score. Because whoever's there, like, for example, if we keep playing Moreno every single game for 90 minutes at the centre forward till the end of the season,
Yeah.
he'll pick up another 6 goals.
Yeah.
And at the end, everyone will go, he scored 9 goals for us this year.
Yeah.
And you'll go, yeah. But if you played anyone there, Zinchenko, Trossard, they will score that many goals.
Yeah, you give
what
him
we
that.
need is someone who's going to score 10 in 10.
Yeah.
I just don't know if they exist, because you go to Sesko and you go, do you know what, he looks good here.
Yeah.
Or for example, he looks like the future, but he also looked like, in the chat, he's similar to Havertz.
Yeah.
But then he comes into the league, he might be awful in the Premier League, or he might never have played in a team that creates many chances.
Yeah.
No one created more chances this weekend than Martin Odegaard, and we'll talk about Martin Odegaard because everyone's saying that he hid this weekend and he shouldn't be our captain, these kind of things.
Jesus.
But you could also look at Gyökeres, who's scoring mad goals.
Yeah.
But he could come to Premier League and be like, oh, I can't do this.
Yeah.
Look at Højlund. Look at Xerxes. It's so hard to know because you go, like, for example, I just saw Openda get mentioned. Chat, please help me. There's a player as well that I saw a compilation of this week and I've completely forgotten his name. Is it Nkite? Nkite? I can't remember where he's playing. Someone in the chat will help me, I'm sure. He looks like a real Arsenal player. So for me, I think someone like that would be really good.
Yeah.
But again, it's not like we're going to go get Aubameyang.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when we bought Aubameyang, we knew we were buying a world-class goal scorer who's been a world-class goal scorer for 10 years.
Yeah.
At Dortmund.
Consistent.
So that player doesn't exist anymore because that's like going to get Haaland once he's 28.
Yeah.
And those players get nabbed. But is that for us now to go, here's 100 million, can we have Sesko? Because we believe he is the next Haaland. But it could also be a Mudryk situation. It's really hard. But basically, the long point I was making here, to bring it round, was the positive.
Yeah. Yeah.
We challenged when we shouldn't have challenged 3 years ago.
Yeah.
They didn't bolster the squad. And we all went, we should have got a centre forward. We took City to within a point.
Yeah.
With Havertz up top and without bolstering.
Yeah.
The frustration is now that if we could do that without bolstering, if they just bolstered, we'd probably have won this year. And I agree. I think if in the summer they did go, here's Sesko or whoever it is, Nico Williams, even if it's Mateta or someone.
Mateta.
You know what I mean? If they just went and said, here's the guy, get. I think we would probably be top right now. I really believe that.
Yeah.
I don't think the board or anyone could understand the amount of injuries we're going to get this year. But the problem is, when they left us light in the summer, we all said, here come the injuries.
Yeah.
Because it's 2 ways. One, that's just, it's like a curse, isn't it?
Yeah.
As soon as you don't do something, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
The other part is, the reason that happens is because we're light.
Yeah.
They're playing every 3 days. They're playing 90 minutes. They're playing too much football.
Those few players are working too hard.
Yeah, and so they've put us in this situation. The thing I'd say is, we've had 5 red cards this week. This year. I believe 2 of them are probably correct.
Yeah.
We've played a lot of games with 10 men for over a half of football.
Yeah.
We've said this every week. We've had stupid injuries. We've got Zinchenko up top now. If Newcastle do a job on them tonight and we win against Forest, it is 8 points with a game in hand. And that'll be 5 points with the game in hand.
Yeah.
And we still got to go to Anfield. That's 2 points if we can win at Anfield. I'm not saying any of that's possible because, again, if we had a fully fit team, I could sit here and go, that's possible.
Yeah.
It's not possible.
I tell you what though, when you span that in that direction, I got excited.
That's what I mean.
I got excited.
But also, like I said, Liverpool could win tonight and we could lose and we'd 14 points and we'd then be 3 points ahead of City.
I'm sad again.
Yeah, and all of a sudden you got to go to Anfield and Liverpool don't. City don't.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden City are second and then Forest are third because they beat us. So we're at a real moment. But I think if we get to the end of the season, we come second, we lose by 5-6 points, something like that. I think
that's a win.
As much as we could be annoyed at the board because I really think they messed us over.
Yeah.
We could also look back and go, it didn't matter how many players we were going to buy.
Yeah.
This season was just doomed from the start.
Oh yeah.
But our version of doomed, because I've seen Arteta out, I've seen Odegaard get out of our team, all these things. Our version of doomed might be coming second and getting to a quarterfinal or semi-final of a Champions League. I mean, doomed is what Man United and Spurs are doing.
Oh, bad, yeah.
What Southampton are doing, that's doomed.
I like that our standards are so high, though, that our version of Doomed...
Well, that's what I think we have to remember. We have to remind ourselves of where we were at 4 years ago.
Oh, God, yeah.
Coming 8th. And just going, I don't understand how we would ever challenge again.
Yeah.
And again, I want to win a title. I want to do these things. But sometimes you've got to just pull off the hat of the fan and the frustration and go, this season was doomed.
Yeah.
But in a doomed season, if we can nip a second and get 3 seconds in a row...
That's a heck of an achievement.
Yeah, because it leaves us in good stead next year. If we can go with a good attitude, get a little couple new players in the summer, maybe get rid of some of the players that are aging now.
Yeah.
Rotate it a tiny bit and go again next year.
Yeah.
That would be Slot's second season.
Yeah.
Could be without Salah, could be without Van Dijk.
Well, at the minute, he is managing the Klopp team. So he's taken over
the last
reins.
year. We thought last year was the last year with all that lot, but this year it seems to be.
He's taken over the reins of what was a very successful side, so we'll see what he can do once that side changes and he has to develop. Like at the minute we don't know.
Yeah. So for example, that's the benefit you can look at is that nothing worse could have happened this year, but we're not fit. Like Spurs have had awful injuries.
Really bad.
They've had awful results in the Cups. They've had some really bad situations. And they are 13th in the league. We've had a very similar season.
Yeah, opposition's not showing what's actually happened.
And we are second. And it's still in the Champions League. And we have players returning.
And that shows how strong the squad that Arteta has built. I know he hasn't bought that one player, that focal point. But the squad he's built has managed to keep us at second place with everything going wrong.
Yeah. I'm really hoping that next year we'll have that bounce back. What are we looking at? I think there's a big old conversation going on in the chat. I haven't seen it for a minute. I was looking away. So that's the two ways of looking at it. And like I said, is when we look at the results. Last week I said, one of these weeks where I say this is going to have a big bearing on the title race. But we're also running out of time if it doesn't. Yeah. I think we're there because between last podcast and this podcast, Liverpool actually only got 4 points out of 6. But we only got 0 out of 3. So if they were to draw tonight and we were to win, we technically would have been the benefit of the 7 days. Yeah. Because if we win tonight, we would have got 3 points from 6. They would have, if they lose, they would have got 4 from 9. Yeah. And we'd have a game in hand. So technically, we would actually have gained on them. Yeah. Just not as much as we'd want to if we'd beaten West Ham and then Forest. Yeah. So...
I like the way you spin it.
But it's a tough one, isn't it? Because like I said, I do think this week was the bearing. And I think tonight is the full stop on it. Yeah. I think if they lose and we win, I think it's a little too late because of that West Ham result. Yeah. Even though we're going to gain 3 points on them. Yeah. It's still 8 points.
We're getting too close to the end now.
It's running out of time and we're running out of players. And so for me, I think it's imperative we have to beat Forest. Yeah. And I think, unfortunately, on an Arsenal podcast, it's imperative that Spurs beat City. Yeah. And ideally, Liverpool lose to Newcastle.
Spurs need to do what they couldn't do for us last season. Yeah.
And if Spurs were to beat City and we were to beat Forest, like I said at the start of the episode, we'd be 9 points clear of third. Yeah. And we'd also be 11 points. If Liverpool lose, we'd be 8 points behind them. Yeah. So it'd be 8 points behind the leaders and 9 points ahead of them. That leaves us in a really nice buffer because even if you draw the next two and everyone underneath you wins, they're only gaining up like 4 points on you. Yeah. And you can go, we're still 5 points clear.
You can relax a little bit. The pressure's off slightly.
To an extent, yes. And I know, I think our next Premier League game might be Man United away. After this Forest. So we've got Forest away and then Man United away. And in between that, we've got the PSV legs. Yeah. Then there's an international break. I think you got to see that. And apparently there's talk of Saka and Martinelli potentially coming back after the international. Okay. It is so important that we see off the third and fourth teams. Therefore, we have to beat Forest and Man United. Yeah. And it's imperative we get to the quarterfinals for when our players do become fit. Yeah. Because getting to a quarterfinal against Real Madrid or Atletico, but with Saka and Martinelli in the squad, is a lot nicer than not getting there or getting there without them. Yeah.
Like this part is a real slog that we've got to drag ourselves into.
Realistically, if we were in the semi-final with Real Madrid and we got Saka, Martinelli and Trossard up front. Yeah. A lot of us would agree last year that was our strongest front three.
Yeah, so, should be good.
As much as it's not helpful that they're playing every 3 days. Yeah. That is good. So yeah, I think if we look at that as a chunk, we've got a massive couple legs and we've got a couple away games. I think if we win those away games, I really think we've probably solidified top 4.
Yeah.
Without a massive, weird 6-game losing streak or something, beat the other end of the international. But this is such an important week, not about a title race, just about Arsenal and our future. Because
stability.
If you lose them, and because of the teams we're losing to, and the teams around us, bearing results, we are 9 points. We looked at it last night. 11 points off a 10th.
Wow.
So you could lose 2 in a row, and we could end up around the 6th mark. And then you lose, and then you come back from the international, and you lose another easy one that you just kind of got thrown off.
Yeah.
You could be 8th. And all of a sudden, we have to rely on other teams to lose and us to win out.
Yeah.
And we got to go to Anfield still.
That's bad.
So it is so easily could go from us going, we need Liverpool to lose and we need to win for a title race, to we need 9 teams to lose and we need to win.
Yeah.
And we've got no players.
Yeah.
So if we can kind of get ahead of it and go, this season was cursed, let's get out of it with a second and see what we can do in the Champions League. I think it seems more manageable in our heads.
Yeah.
And let the chips lay fall where they may, because if Liverpool do have a little collapse, because guess what? The one title they've won was in COVID. They've not done this in front of crowds.
It's possible.
They showed cracks last week. It's very possible.
But I hate relying on
You'd rather
someone
be
else.
there. Yeah, we'd rather be there in case that happens.
Yeah.
But I really believe where we need to be mentally is let's secure second.
Yeah. Just keep playing.
Because we'll regret it next year when we're like, let's go for it and win the title, and then we come 6th. And we go, we're in Europa League, we can't get any of those players we wanted. Should we talk a little bit as well about last week's games as well? Because, like I said, Villa did a really good thing and got a result for us against Liverpool.
Yeah.
And in the chat, Ed Hall says, would you take Thomas Frank if Arteta goes? If Arteta left, I think Thomas Frank would be a good manager.
That'd be fun. That'd be fun. I don't want that.
I just want to reiterate, I do not want Arteta to leave our team.
Not at all.
And in the chat, it says Green is a cutie. That's you.
Is that me?
Yeah. Well, you're wearing green, so it's interesting.
It's that natural light.
And then I think a phone number's just gone in there. Jesus. Xabi Alonso from Yeti, yeah, that would be great. But I really don't think Arteta's going, nor do I think he should. I think Roman Kemp put up a really good one where he kind of said, like, this season's cursed.
Yeah.
I think people show their lack of watching football when they forget how it's such a quick turnaround in football, isn't it? Like,
Fickle.
Yeah.
They're the same people that disrespected Arsene Wenger at the end.
Yeah, I think this is the most I've enjoyed Arsenal, and I lived through the Invincibles, and I was old enough to remember it. This 3-year period with the last 3 years, comfortably the funnest, most enjoyment I've got from Arsenal.
I think I've enjoyed the whole Arteta run.
Yeah, because it felt like it was on that trajectory. There's been times where everyone's questioned it, and then it went again, and then it's questioned. And I think when
we've got trophies, we then come second. Like it's a good little period.
Yeah, it's a tough one, and I think every time we go to question it, or anyone questions it, just after that usually is a little bit of a send up.
Yeah.
So we challenged. We didn't expect. Everyone went, "Wow, he's a genius."
Yeah.
The next year we went, it was just a blip. But he then went to the last day, and everyone went, "God, this guy's good."
Yeah.
And then this year he got a million injuries, and he might deliver us a second, still a title.
Yeah.
That is in his first ever managing job. He took over an awful team. He has spent money, but I mean, people keep saying like he spent all this money. He spent, I think it's 6 types of money. I got a text message from my dentist there.
Nice.
They're rearranging my appointment.
Keep it real.
So that threw me off a little bit. Yeah, we've spent a lot of money. We haven't spent as much as 5 teams above us, including Tottenham, Man United, City, Chelsea. And wage-wise, we're even below Villa, Liverpool, and the 5 teams I just mentioned. So to do all that, money's not everything. And to be the second best team in the league.
Yeah. Well, he's reshaped the whole thing.
I'll say this. I've had it in the Champions League final we went to as well, under Wenger. We were never favourites to win the Champions League, or top 3 favourites. We were always just the team that are going to get to knockouts and go out straight away. And I'm not saying Arteta's done any better, because he's pretty much gone out of the cause.
Yeah.
But on paper, people are going, favourites this year, Liverpool, Madrid, Arsenal, Barca, Bayern.
Yeah.
We're in that little group.
Yeah.
And maybe not this year so much as last year, just simply because of the injuries. But there's a lot of positives around the club.
There is.
And I think what I don't want to happen is that crowd to really, and the fan base to really turn on it.
Yeah.
Because guess what? You sack him, you get Thomas Frank in, Odegaard goes, all right, I'm off then, I'll go to, and guess who's going to take him? Any team in the world.
Yeah.
Saka goes, yeah, I'm alright on re-signing because it's lost that vibe.
Yeah.
Cool. We bring in Wissa with Thomas Frank. And all of a sudden, we drop to 10th, 11th next year, and everyone goes, "Oh, I wish we hadn't done that."
We become Brentford in a different kit.
Yeah, I really believe. You got to know what you've got because when it's gone, it will certainly hurt. But Odegaard was another one. It's an interesting one. I watched some of the game at the weekend. The issues they've got with him is he does sometimes make certain decisions in the attacking sense, and this year he's not been good attacking. I don't think he's had his best season. But no one has created more chances this year than him. And this weekend, no one created more chances than him this weekend. And we scored 0 goals, which is an indictment on how bad our forwards are because we haven't got any. But
you can't blame the quarterback if the receiver's not catching it.
Yeah, there's one clip that people are talking about, and it's we break, and it's 2-on-2 or 2-on-3, and he runs to the far end. Behind all the players when he could have ran near post and gone into like the channel and maybe got challenged. And I do think this is an issue Arsenal have had generally is there's no one that really wants to attack that space
direct.
And I know this simply because I played at a decent level and I know what laziness feels like. And I know what feels like, do you know what would be perfect? A perfect ball to the back post and I knock it on the volley. So I'll run back there and hope for that. Because you know what I don't want to do? Run diagonally towards the near post but towards the edge of the box, and have a guy running with me, tussling with me the whole time, and I'm running away from goal, and I'm then going to have to hold the ball up, get around 2 players, and then lay it off. But that's the play to do to help the team. But I don't want to do that because it's hard, and I know how that feels, and I do think 9 times out of 10 our players all do that. But I also believe with Odegaard's one, I think he was hoping for that kind of sweeping ball across. Because I think he also is smart enough to go, not necessarily lazy, but go, I'm never winning this foot race. So I'm going to go back here and hope. But the problem is, you've got to take accountability when Saka and all these players are missing. You'd hope the captain would go, do you know what, I'm going to try.
You're going to have to push it,
But guess what? He would have tried. He would have got tackled. He would have got booed. And then
there is a difference between laziness and intelligence. But sometimes you do have to take a shot and take a chance.
It's a tough one. It's, for me, I don't think Odegaard is a problem.
No. Odegaard is as much a problem as people think Arteta is.
And when Ayew going off injured was a little bit of an upsetting time, but Arteta's kind of claimed it was just cramped, so he's available. That's other things that could, at the end of the season when we finish, I think Lewis Skelly's red card, I think his confidence gets him in that trouble. He thinks he can shield it. I know people slowed it down and said he gets fouled first. He gets a little push. It's a red card because there is a frustration that comes with Saliba got booked for a last man tackle. They overturned it to red. Lewis Skelly got booked for a last man tackle and it got overturned to a red. We've watched 6 or 7 last man tackles happen in the exact same area this year and they all get given bookings and they do not get overturned. I think the issue is not a conspiracy. The issue is our goalkeeper stands on the halfway line. And that changes what is a goal scoring opportunity because if the goalie's standing in the 6-yard box when he wins that, because Saliba's ahead of the ball, it's a booking. And I'm not saying Raya should do that because I think the way in which we play is beneficial with the way Raya plays. But when you lose the ball there, Raya is now scrambling. And again, we learnt later on in the game that he probably would have got back because he's the fastest player alive apparently. But when he gets that ball, I don't think Kudus necessarily does score, but he could score. That means it's a red card because it's a goal-scoring opportunity. And I think the Saliba one's the same. When the ball comes under, the guy's got to get the ball under control to get Evan Nilsson.
He's got a lot of work to do.
But the goalie's so far out the goal, if he does get it slightly under control and on the volley he kicks it high and over, it's a goal.
It's almost like doing it on an open goal, isn't it, really?
And I think our goalkeeper starting point is what makes these last man reds. And I don't think it's because they just have it out for Arsenal. I think he should have given him the red straight away. I think it was the fact that it was Lewis Skelly.
There's definitely...
And I think he got worried. So, people talk about Arsenal getting bad decisions. I think we got a good decision now. I think he gave us a chance. Because he went, oh my God, it's Lewis Skelly. It's a red card. I'm not getting involved. And he went, go on, yellow. And then VAR went, it's a clear red. And he went, all right.
I do like that little bit of bite that Skelly has, though. I did.
He did the right thing because guess what? Once he got sent off, if he doesn't take him down, he might actually score. And the game's done. Whereas because he does it, and he does it in his own half, basically, they take a quick free kick and they carry on. We then have 20 more minutes of pressure to nearly score. So he did. It's not one of those, when people like handball on the line at 2-0 down. And you're like, well, why'd you do it? it was one of those which actually kept the game alive. So I even though he made a mistake, I'm pro the red card he took.
But I like the character development we've learnt from Nweri and Skelly.
They're very confident.
When they first both came into the team, they had a very quiet demeanour about them.
Yeah.
Like obviously because they've just been brought up to the big time. But as time's gone on, we've learnt so much more about both players. Like, and where he does have that quiet confidence, where he can he's got that shot, that cut, and we're learning that he is an amazing player. But Skelly, playing out of position, has turned into we got a secondary timber. Like,
Yeah,
he's
really
got an
is,
edge.
yeah. And quickly as well, Yeti just said, anyone see Kanate just smash the ball into the stands against City, no yellows. Kanate did that again the week before as well, I think it was against Wolves. He got booked, and then he broke up an attack by pulling, like similar to what Skelly did, but with not last man. And then he just smashed it into the dugout. And I thought, Martinelli would have got 2 yellows in that one instance. He didn't get a yellow for either of them. And yeah, against City, Kanate did the same. The whole kicking the ball away thing, as much as Arsenal fans bang on about it, it derailed our entire season at the start. We had everyone knew that we had a horrific fixture list for the first 10 games.
Yeah.
They added it by adding at the start of the season. They said we're gonna book anyone that delays the restart.
Yeah.
They then proceeded to send off this season 2 Arsenal players for that exact reason and no one else, and it just derailed. And the thing is, if it was just us being idiots, I would have agreed. But the thing is, you'd watch us get sent off and go. Like when Rice one happened, it just seemed ridiculous. But even the Truss one, he shouldn't have kicked the ball away, maybe, I guess. Even though the player's down, they changed the rules.
Yeah.
They said if a player's down, it doesn't matter if you kick the ball because they can't take it quick. Bernardo Silva was flat on his face. Trossard kicked the ball away, but apparently that is still a red. It's the frustration as an Arsenal fan as you sit there and watch that match and you go, oh, what a nightmare.
Yeah.
And then you watch the next game and every time someone gets a free kick, they kick the ball away and we go, why is no one else getting booked? That's the frustration. Yeah. And it completely derailed the season because we genuinely lost 3 or 4 points in the first 10 games because of these exact decisions. And when you look at it now, 3 or 4 points difference is the difference between us being, 4 points behind with a game in hand or 8 or 9 points. So that's the frustration.
We have been the scapegoats, but I do say,
every year there's a scapegoat, it just happens. Again, it's a cursed year. We were the scapegoats, then we got the injuries. It's just one of those years you got to go, put it to bed, forget about it, let's move on.
But if we are the scapegoats, if we can secure second or even, somehow win the league, we go from being the scapegoats to the escapegoats.
Yeah, scapegoat. That's the thing, is that you have to remember that. We were the scapegoat team this year. Last year was a lot, the other teams, like Liverpool got it a little bit. A lot of teams got it. Then we were backed up with probably the 3rd worst injury crisis of the season, other than Bournemouth and Spurs.
Yeah.
It's, like I said, put this season to bed. Push it to one side and go, if at the end of the year we can go, we got a quarter-final of the Champions League, semi-final of the Carabao Cup, and second, with the worst possible cursed season, I'll be happy and just go, forget about it, let's move on. Fresh start. Peter Hall just says, the way we play with the ball is very slow. We should play the game fast. I totally agree. I think the only time you score a goal is when you get to one-touch football or speed football.
Yeah.
We have an issue. There was a moment in the game that really frustrated me. It was near maybe 12 minutes to go-ish.
Yeah. We
got a free kick in a really good position. Odegaard's over the ball. And I know this wasn't their plan, but he knocks it centrally towards Saliba backwards.
Yeah.
They then press Saliba. He can't go anywhere. He has to go to Raya, and then he has to put his foot on the ball until everyone gets back in position. When you're looking for a goal, you don't want to do that.
No.
And the crowd just died at that point. I think it was almost like the last point where the crowd went, we're not scoring.
Took a window.
Yeah, you got to whip that ball in. And my frustration with that game, and I spoke to Lewis about it this week, because he messaged me saying, is there ever a point in why the goalkeeper goes up? Because they're not training to header the ball.
No.
So what's the benefit? And I said, it's a little bit old hat, and I think it's a little bit... What I don't like is I think we play slightly slower, but I think the word I'd use is we play pretentious football.
Yeah.
We have to work that ball into position to get the perfect shot. Arteta said certain words where he said, we work on actions to kind of create the best time to shoot.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes that is a detriment, because I think they're so ingrained that if you don't have that half a yard to shoot, then maybe you should pass it and go again and go again. When you're looking for a goal, you cannot do that.
You want quantity over quality.
Especially as it gets to the last 10 minutes, We crossed the ball in that first half 3 times, properly. And we nearly scored 3 times.
Yeah.
The second half, they crossed the ball once. They refused to do it, and every time whenever he got it, he cut in on his left, and he'd do the Moreno header that he got against Leicester. And he went to do it, and you could almost see it in his body going, don't do that, work it.
Yeah.
He would then pass it to Odegaard. He'd pass it infield to Partey. He'd pass it out wide to, I think it was Trossard.
Yeah.
Him and Zinchenko would look for something. Then he'll come back. Whenever he'd cut in, he'd have half a yard, he'd go and cross. No, I'm not allowed to cross. Pass it. Then what would happen is it would get to another 2 minutes of having the ball. They'd knock it to Saliba, who's now central but inside that pocket, and he'd try and cross it.
Yeah.
And he'll go behind the goal, and you go. So it's like, don't do it. And then the wrong person does it.
Yeah.
So it's really confusing because I think in that game, genuinely, we could have crossed the ball from Winery every 30 seconds.
Yeah.
We won the ball back within 30 seconds, got it to him.
Percentage-wise, you'd think that would bring some
West
goals.
Ham just didn't have the ball. But they crossed it one more time beyond that point. And I just thought, cut in and just cross it.
We've mentioned this about Martinelli before, though.
Sorry, Mark Edwards said, just realised I hadn't hit the follow. Appreciate you, Mark.
Hey, thank you.
Hey, better late than never.
We've mentioned this with Martinelli before, that these world-class players are getting coached out of using their actual, natural, God-given instincts that have brought them to that point. Why can't they just use them?
My frustration as well is we've got a set-piece coach, and we're very good at set pieces, and we have a set way of doing it. These players are not told to cross the ball, which I think is stupid, because I think you've got to have a plan B. And I mean, at that point when he was doing that, when you looked in the box when Harry cut in, there was Moreno, Zinchenko, Trossard at the back post, Partey was even drifting in.
Yeah.
There was players in that box that could head the ball.
Yeah.
And the right ball, it just goes right through and goes in.
Yeah.
You know, so keep doing it, because if you hit 30 crosses in that second half, guess what?
Something's hitting.
Something will happen.
Yeah.
But they refuse. But then the annoying part is it gets to 92 minutes and they go, everything falls out.
Yeah.
They go, send the goalie up, just loft it in the box. It's like you lose all your composure.
Yeah.
And that's what frustrates me, is I think it's a pretentious way of playing. Whereas if they're like Liverpool, just spam crosses, they shoot, they load the box. It's real simple stuff.
Yeah.
And they do it with high energy. But we refuse to do it. And that really frustrates me, because games like that, it frustrates me. You don't have to do it in every game.
Yeah. Only when you need to.
1-0 down, the crowd is struggling.
Yeah.
Get good deliveries in.
Might as well try.
Especially when you've got no forwards, but you've got people like midfielders like Moreno who can head the ball.
Yeah.
That really frustrated me, because I feel like they don't we said it early under Arteta, and I think it might be an Arteta thing. I remember there was a game we were losing 1-0 at Villa. It was about 4 years ago. It was before we challenged for the title. And we were 1-0 down, and it got to 70 minutes, and I think we had the ball for the last 20 minutes, but we never had a shot, never crossed it. We just kept the ball, and Villa were going, all right.
Yeah, you can keep doing that.
Yeah, you can have it then.
And
I remember us going, why didn't we ever change that out?
Yeah.
And I think we have that in us still, where, like, even in this game, there was no real urgency to get back in that game. And it was a title weekend.
Yeah. And
So
if you shoot into a barrel enough times, you'll hit a fish.
It's true. That's the thing, is that frustrates me. I hate that part. It's like, especially when you've got great deliverers of the ball like Trossard and Winery.
Yeah.
And you've got people like Moreno in there who win more headers than anyone in Europe.
Yeah, he just wants a chance.
So that frustrates me. But I think tonight's going to be big. I think Raya hitting 100 miles per hour on the way back was good. That might be the end of Ward-Prowse's career, though. What else was there? There was that. We got PSV. That happened this week. So we've got PSV. If we can get through them, we got Madrid or Atletico. Well, they're both Madrid, but Atletico or Real.
Yeah.
If we beat them, we're probably going to have Liverpool, Villa, Club Brugge or PSG in the semis.
What are the chances we get all that way? And Villa and Unai Emery are the reason we...
The other one, here's a real good one, is there was free agents available. 2 Arsenal players were available in free agency, centre forwards.
Okay.
Carlos Vela,
Yeah.
who's 36.
Yeah.
And Lucas Perez.
Oh, yeah. I like Perez.
Both free agents. Guess who PSV just signed this week?
Who?
Lucas Perez.
Oh.
It's... If you've heard of a cursed season, us avoiding to buy any forwards when we need a forward, and then ex-Arsenal players being available in free agency to have them with a very small fee just to fill your squad out, and PSV do it, it's written in the stars he's going to score against us. And we'll go, oh, we could have avoided all this because we could have just bought him.
Yeah.
And didn't ever buy him, just put him on a box.
Was there a bad ending to him at Arsenal? I got a feeling that there was some sort of animosity between him and Arsenal.
I don't know. I really don't know. I think he felt like he didn't get a chance, similar to Joel Campbell.
Yeah.
PSV are not very good. West Ham are better. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Not Forest tonight. 2-0 Forest is my prediction. I'd have to agree with you, to be honest. Yeah, they beat us and we had such a random team. Yeah, I think with Forest it's an odd one. I think they're very good. We beat them quite comfortably at home. Again, we had more players then.
Yeah.
They lost to Newcastle. The thing I'd say is the way in which that game was played is they do allow chances.
Yeah.
From the way I describe Arsenal is from the neck down, we're pretty much as good as we can be.
Yeah.
There's no issues.
Yeah.
We got Rare, we got Saliba, Gabriel. There's no complaints. We got Timber. I don't think Calafiori against Hudson-Odoi is a good idea.
No.
I do think this week the big issue was Calafiori defensively. We've got so used to Lewis Skelly.
Yeah.
I think he might play Ben White and Timber as the fullbacks tonight.
Yeah.
Partey, Rice, Odegaard, cool. Put Trossard on the left, cool. It's the last couple bits that start getting a bit
Well,
worried.
like you said, from the neck down, we're fine, but the head's fallen off.
Yeah, exactly. It really is. So with the Forest game, you'd think if they give up chances, I'm hoping Waneri or someone will be able to create a little bit of magic.
Yeah.
And just get that game over the line. But you would hope defensively we can stay put. But I think the thing we do forget about is Havertz sets the press. And without anyone setting the press, our defence will look worse. Because defending isn't just the defenders. The defending is the whole team defending.
Yeah.
And I think losing Saka, losing Havertz really affects how we defend.
Yeah.
Man City offered 80 million for Adam Wharton. Really?
Wow.
I tell you who I feel like we're going to end up with this summer is we're going to fail to get everyone and get Jack Grealish.
That's definitely someone we would sign. Yeah.
It does feel that way. But no, I think tonight will be really telling. I think the Forest games are really, really... It's not what we want. I think if we'd beaten West Ham, you'd go into a bit more confidence. The lack of confidence and then going to this game. And I mean, this is a huge game for Forest.
Yeah.
Because they want Champions League football.
Yeah.
They lost this week, which caused a big problem for them.
Yeah.
They know they're going against the team that are just above us, above them.
They've got to play.
This is their cup final. So we're getting a team going out there like it's their cup final. So we're going to have to try and deal with that early storm and try and...
and they've caused problems for us before as well.
Yeti says, I'd like Barella, David and Barcola. I like all those players.
Ooh.
Again, I don't know. We could get one of them.
Barcola would be lovely.
Barcola's a good player. I like Barella as well. But no, it's going to be an interesting game. I think City, Tottenham is one to keep an eye on because we really got to worry about Forest and City catching up, even Chelsea. The Liverpool game, I think it's just that we're at a point now. Don't hate watch Liverpool. Just ignore it.
Yeah.
If it turns out there's a good result, cool. If it's not, don't let it upset you because it's not what we're looking at.
Let them crack on.
David is free. Barella is 50 to 60. Barcola is 100 to 100, 120 to 130. Yeah, I don't know. It's so weird. I would really like... I really think Eze in our team would be someone who could really unlock teams like West Ham because I feel like we haven't got enough players to just go directly at them.
Yeah. Ideally, I'd keep it in the league. And in a perfect world, it would be Eze and Isak for me. But if we can get Eze and Mateta, I'll take that as well.
Yeah. Hard-working players are needed, not big players. Arsenal need a big player from...
yeah, we do.
Ben. I think we need a bit of both. I think if we get someone similar to Haaland, I don't know if that's going to be beneficial because you can see when you take Havertz out of the team, the way in which we defend is not as good.
Yeah.
Look at the way City play defensively now compared to what they did before.
And when Haaland joined as well, it took a while for it to figure out.
Yeah, even Liverpool. By the way, Liverpool don't defend great.
No,
they just score more than the other team.
The solidity dies a little bit.
Leao from Milan from Yeti, but if you've watched him recently, my word, he's poor. Like if anyone gets frustrated with Martinelli, you're going to get very frustrated with Leao.
Yeah,
it's a really tough one. I think Liverpool could end up with Isaac, and they could be a real problem.
Yeah,
but I think if Isaac goes there, they've probably lost Salah and Trent.
Yeah,
and I don't think that's a bad thing, but I think they don't realise. And the thing is, they could pay Salah and then everyone could go to pot. This could be the year, his pinnacle. And then you pay him like Aubameyang and then it just gets quieter and quieter.
What is that in NFL? The franchise tag. When a player plays really well.
Contract year.
Contract year. You play really well, you get it, and then you drop off.
Then you just go, cool, retirement sorted.
Yeah.
Salah will stay, Trent gone, I reckon. That's from Ben. So last week, Predictions League, I got 6. Simon got 6 and Joe got 4.
Yeesh.
Which puts Joe further behind at 113. I'm on 117 and Simon's on 122.
I took a risk last week.
Yeah, you did.
I might have to do it again though, because I'm dropping it.
It's within 9 points though.
Oof.
There's not as many games because the FA Cup this weekend.
Yeah.
Midweek is Champions League next week. So we've only got 5 games, which is the 6 games. We've got 5 games tonight and then 1 on Thursday.
That's such a small amount.
It's a weird amount, yeah. So tonight we got Brentford-Everton, and Simon's gone for a draw.
Okay.
I'm going to say Brentford here. I think Everton have had their new manager bounce.
Yeah.
I think it's coming to an end. By the way, they were much better than Man United the weekend.
They were.
What are you thinking?
Everton.
We got Man United versus Ipswich.
Whoa, that's tough.
Simon's gone draw again. I'm going to go Man United. I think that's easy.
I'm going to go Ipswich. We're getting a swing.
We got Forest versus Arsenal. We all go Arsenal no matter what.
Yeah.
We don't think with our heads. We think with our hearts. Tiny Tots versus City. Simon's gone draw.
Oh.
I'm actually going to go Spurs.
Oh. I'm going to see.
The season's going to be over. You got Liverpool, Newcastle. Someone's gone Liverpool. I'm going to go draw.
I'm going to go Newcastle. Oh, it's a big one. You got to take shots.
Then we got West Ham, Leicester. West Ham. Simon's gone West Ham. I'm going to go West Ham.
I'm going to draw.
Don't think you're winning that one.
Oh my god.
Leicester are so bad, but not as bad as Southampton.
I'm taking a chance.
But no, there's been some interesting stuff this week. As far as football, like I said earlier, the Champions League draw. Yeti says 1-1.
Yeah.
2-1 City from Yeti there. We could, as much as I don't want Spurs to ever win, and I'm enjoying. If they'd lost the last 2 in a row, I would say I'm happy for City just to win, just because it's funny.
Yeah.
But because they've kind of got out that little kind of relegation scrap type thing, I'll happily have Spurs just win tonight.
I want Son to finally finish that goal he should have scored last season.
Because we need to kill off City, because they're like that they're like the killer in any horror film.
Yeah.
If you don't do that double tap,
Yeah.
they will come back, and all of a sudden, at the end of the season, we're going to sit and go, how's City above us? They had an awful season. And I don't want that to happen.
No.
And Forest have shown cracks the last couple of weeks, so I really think we need to get at them. So for me, I think the ideal night tonight would be Newcastle win, Arsenal win, and Spurs.
Yeah. The last thing we need is a return of the Mank.
Return of the... You love all this, don't you? You got a phone call on your phone. Look at that. Who would have thought that?
It's a mobile.
But no, that has been another podcast, guys. That is Prediction League. It's a very quick Prediction League this week. But hopefully you've enjoyed it. We won't be on TikTok next Tuesday, 10 a.m. GMT, because we'll be in an airport. And we learnt once, we tried to do a podcast or a TikTok from a car.
Yeah.
And they didn't like that. So I can't imagine an airport they're going to like
They
that.
went into that, no.
So we won't be on TikTok for 2 weeks, but we'll be back Wednesday. I don't know what date it is. Probably like the 9th or something. It's a total guess. 10th.
It's something like that.
Something like that.
It's around there.
In 2 weeks.
Why not?
But the podcast will drop as normal today in about an hour's time, and the next week's one will drop probably on the Tuesday, the day before. By then, guys, when we're back from Florida, we would have played Man United and going into an international break, and we'll be able to break down what we did in Florida, how badly the 2 legs of PSV went, Man United away and Forest away. But the podcast will be here next week, so you'll find out the Forest part. And I think actually PSV is next Tuesday, isn't it?
Yep.
But I think I'll be recording before it.
Yeah.
So the one after that will have 2 legs of PSV under the belt and a Man United away. So this week, let's just worry about Forest and let's crack on. But we'll see you next week, guys, for Gunners Rust Podcast.
Thank you.